What is up, everyone? It is your girl China, aka China One, and welcome to my cast. So today we're going to be seeing who owes you an apology and why. And this is a pick a card, so of course you have to pick a card. So group 1 is conclusion. Okay, group 2 is beauty. And group 3 is belonging. Okay, so once you pick your card, you're going to go down into the description and pick your group. It's going to be group 1, 2, or 3. And then they'll also be in the info cards up here. And while you're in the description, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe so you can start to see my face every single day. But maybe that's a bit much. And with that being said, it's time to get read. What is up, my group 3s? If you all chose belonging, then congratulations, you have found your group, and we're just going to get right into who owes you an apology and why. Okay, so off rip, this could be anybody close to you. This could be a family member, this could be a partner, romantic partner, platonic friend, whatever the case may be. But the most important thing is that this is somebody who you see as being above you in some sort of way. All right, so we have the Ace of Voices here, clarified by the Three of Inspiration. So this is somebody that frequently makes plans that, it's like they are somebody, I don't know where I want to start. There's somebody they're extremely good with words, and they're extremely good with planning. They're smart, super intelligent, more than book smart, just everything smart. You feel like they kind of have it all. They're very balanced, and you have a lot of trust in them. So when they make plans, even when you want to kind of be like, kind of hate this plan, or I kind of don't like this, or I kind of don't like that, you tend to not say it because you know that they're probably right, that you should just do the plan, or they'll have so much to say, like, towards you about why you should, and you won't be able to gather like a reason quick enough to disagree. Basically, you feel like you're not really that great with words, and if you are, you feel like you're not nowhere near as good as them, so you're like, I should probably just be quiet and just trust them to lead the way, basically. Okay, and then we have the Four of Emotions here, clarified by the Nine of Inspiration. So this person often does a lot of things to try to escape their own fears and their own anxiety. And the thing about it is they get so lost in trying to run away from themselves that they also end up sort of like running away from you as well, because they just don't have the capacity to think about you and how you're feeling. To confront others' emotions, a lot of the time you have to be right within it to be able to be receptive. And they're not receptive because they are not right within at the moment. And that's one thing they want to apologize for, that they can get so swept up with their own life, they forget to ask about you and how you're feeling and the things you want. And a downfall of the Ace of Voices here, about them being so intelligent and able to think and be quick-witted, is that they often overestimate or underestimate things about you as far as what you're capable of, how you think, what you want to do, what you like. It's like they kind of assume they know already, like they just know. They feel like they know you so well that they have not tried to learn the new you, because you've been making a lot of changes as well, and it's like they kind of don't see that, and they haven't tried to learn as well. And they haven't tried to learn because they're just so swept up in doing whatever it is they're doing, you know. And we have the Nine of Voices here in reverse, and we have Death, clarified by Death. This person thinks a whole lot about you. They worry mostly. They are very anxious, and in their mind, they're always trying to do what's best for you, but they never ask you. That's the problem. They never ask you what you want. They don't ask you what you want to do, but they're so focused on protecting you that they kind of overlook it. And with belonging, it's like they're also in some sense still trying to figure out where they fit. It's like they do what they feel like they're supposed to do, but they don't know like what they want to do either. So, they're trying for everybody basically. And that's a big weight on their shoulders. And they're also somebody who, because of their anxiety and them trying to protect you, they don't know if they should even ask you for help, because they're like, well, you're the one that's like, I'm trying to protect. So what do I look like going to you to be like, hey, how should I protect you? Like, how should I keep you safe? They're like, it doesn't make sense to them. Although they could do that, and that's something that you want. And then let's see, on the bottom of the deck, we got the Page of Voices, clarified by the Eight of Inspiration in reverse. So with the Page of Voices, you all are more spirited thinkers. Everything isn't so black and white with you. You all have a lot of wiggle room in your thinking, and you're also very empathetic. So all you really want for this person to do is to just be more open and vulnerable with you, because you're willing to listen. A lot of the times, it's just a lot of what they say goes. And it's not necessarily their fault. Like, you don't blame them for that, because you kind of just go along with it. But it's like, if they showed more interest and showed that they would be more receptive, you'd be more willing and less scared to speak up, And with the Eight of Inspiration on the bottom of the deck in reverse, you all wish they'd slow down to smell the roses. A lot of the things that you feel like they should enjoy or should have a smile on their face about, they don't, and you end up feeling like you're just experiencing everything alone. You're like, I'm just going through life, I'm the one living, and you're just, I don't know, like, you're too busy trying to be a knight in shining armor. Like, I just want you to live too. It's like, you don't know where all these expectations they put on themselves come from, because you're like, at the end of the day, you just want them to live too. Like, you're like, I just want to go through this with you, I can help you. But they are, like I said, they're in their own minds like 24/7, and they are sorry about it. They're more aware now that they're always in their heads. It's just really hard for them to figure out where to go from there. Oh, and let's look at some oracle. So we have self-worth. So one thing about it is they do need to work on their self-worth. And it's not just self-worth in itself. It's more so figuring out who they are or who they want to be. Because they focus a lot on what they're supposed to do or what they feel like they're supposed to do, responsibilities and such. But they don't focus on who they want to be, what they want to do, what do they really like, and how does that coincide with you. They don't really think about that. And I feel like that's also kind of a sign of lower self-worth, when you can't really think outside of just day-to-day, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. Anything outside of that is unnecessary, and almost like I don't really deserve it until I can complete these things, And we have the High Priestess of Air. So you all have a whimsical nature about you, but it only seems whimsical in comparison to this person, because this person is so like wound up tight, whereas you're more free. You handle the things you're supposed to do, but you don't attack yourself or like beat yourself up so bad when you make mistakes or when you don't accomplish something. Like, when you're feeling lazy, you're like, hey, that's tomorrow me's problem. We're not gonna worry about it today. But this person that, owes you an apology, they are just so hard on themselves that they, are feeling lazy. They attack themselves for feeling lazy. They're like, how could you feel lazy? Like, you have stuff to do. You have all this stuff to do, and now we're gonna be behind. Like, it's like, dude, just relax. Take a chill pill. And then we have a Strength here. They feel like you're extremely strong, and they are sorry that they haven't done a well enough job to convey that to you. They feel like you're stronger than them even, and they do think you're capable, but they are really just trying to protect you in their own roundabout way. And something that they do want for you is to speak up. They do want you to speak up. They are aware of how they might come off sometimes, and they try their best to like tone it down. But you gotta compromise with them. You gotta work with them. You gotta kind of forgive them and understand that they are just a human, even if they might operate on like a superhuman level of intelligence, that kind of thing. On the bottom of the deck, we have individuality and meditation. So this person, yeah, it's like they kind of see you as an extension of themselves sometimes. So that's also why it's very hard for them to see you as your own person and to ask you or understand what it is you really want and what it is you really like, and to consciously hear you out, because in their mind it's like you're on the same wavelength as them, and you are, but you're still your own person. And with meditation here, they really do need to take time out. If anything, they need a nap. To be frank, they need to take a nap. So if there's any time where you can act like you're just feeling really clingy and want them to cuddle, and I'm sure they'd be able to go right to sleep because they're a busybody or a busy mind, whatever the case may be. So try to get them to take naps often. Wrong deck. Oh, these ones. And this is how this person feels about you. We have I'm coming, trust. I feel like this is more, I don't think you and this person are separated, but in the case that you are, then this is your reassurance that they're going to be trying to come back into your life, like a storm, as they usually do. This is something not out of the ordinary for this person, actually. But if you all are still together or close, then this just means that they are going to be trying to be involved in your life way more. They're going to be asking you a ton of questions. Don't take offense to some of them, because I get that this person can offend people very easily just because they're very blunt. So the way they say, and because of their tone too, so the way they say things, it might seem like they're coming for you, but they're not. They just want to know. They genuinely want to know. They're trying to find out more about you so that they can act accordingly, so that they can try to compromise with you as well, even though it's hard for them, extremely hard for them. And we have I could be your hero, baby. Like I said, even if this is like a family member, this just means that, like I said, they constantly want to save you. They constantly want to protect you. And in the way of them doing that, it kind of prevents you from living to your fullest potential, because not, like I said, they don't underestimate you on purpose, and they do think you're amazing, but their own view of how things should be and how to protect you best is very beneath what you could do and what you can accomplish, So they're like, and they are sorry about it, It's like they don't realize it until like in retrospect, when they think about it and they're like, oh my gosh, like I'm really stopping them from, really being who they can be. And it's like other times when they're in their moods, they're like, oh, I'm not stopping you from doing nothing. But they kind of are. They just don't want to address it sometimes. Another self-worth thing where it's like they don't want to look too closely at stuff like that, at how they're really, really hurting you sometimes and affecting you. It's hard things to look at. You just got to put that into perspective and continue to be the empathetic person that you are, most importantly. And we have a let me hold you. This person might not be somebody who's very touchy. There might be somebody who actually is like the person that rarely likes to hug, but they actually do want to hug you a lot, especially if you all have not seen each other in a while. They really want to hug you. They really want to be close. And this is also somebody who, they have a very hard exterior. So if it seems like, they're just really struggling and beating themselves down, preferably not the angry kind, like just the kind of melancholy kind, give them a hug sometimes, Sometimes they really need it. And on the bottom of the deck, we have wait, and we have seek professional advice. So with wait, it's like they genuinely want you to wait for them. Like they are trying very hard to figure it out. They're getting things in order. And you all might have heard this a lot, but this is not the normal getting things in order. This is like actual, like, how do I explain it? This isn't just words this time, okay? They genuinely intend to focus on you. They just have some things that, like, responsibility and obligation wise, that they really need to wrap up. So they just want you to wait for them. They don't expect you to wait, like, just, not do your own thing at that time. They still want you to do you, but they just want you to keep them in mind, okay? and also to forgive them in the meantime, even though they haven't necessarily really apologized yet, but they intend to. And then with seek professional advice here, they're like, they understand that they're not the easiest person to talk to, so they, want you to know that if you're having fears about talking about them, where in which you feel like you'll be talking bad about them, they want you to go ahead. And as far as seek professional advice, they don't actually mean therapy. They mean somebody close to you. You might be the type that doesn't like people in your business either, but this person especially is that type, but they're giving you permission to be like, hey, go ahead and talk about it, because they know you need to. They're like, it's not fair to you that I'm not that safe space that you need, so you kind of don't have a safe space in that way. So yeah, they're like, go ahead, let it all out, let that anger out so that you can still forgive them at the end of the day. That's also what they want. But for some of you, this could mean therapy. For some of you, this could mean that they want like a relationship therapy, some type of counseling. You can kind of see what they say, or you could bring it up and see how they feel about that. Or if you all both have somebody that you're close to that you kind of both bounce ideas off of. What I mean by that is if y'all have like a close friend, both of you, that knows you both really well, or a family member or something, you all can both talk to them separately or together and see how they kind of look at you all, and that might also help. 'Cause sometimes somebody on the outside looking in can kind of, tell you some things you didn't know or couldn't see. All right. So in conclusion, this person is somebody who really just wants the best for you, whether it's a family member, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, or just a really close friend. They try to protect you. They're all over the place as far as in their mind. They have a lot of different things they want to do, that they sometimes overlook you. And they're really sorry about it. They're really apologetic. They don't intend to count you out or overlook you. It's hard for this person to ask for help. It's hard for them to feel like they deserve help. So bear with them. Bear with them. And when they apologize, I think you should accept it, okay? But that's none of my business. But I think that's all that I have for you today, my group threes. If you're going to pick another group, I will see you there. If not, like if you want to comment, if you want to subscribe, if you want to maybe even share, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.